Hey, welcome back. So in a prior video, I talked about a year-long project I'm doing just for myself, but I said I would share my journey along the way. I'm going through this handbook for new Stoics and doing the exercises in it. There's 52 weekly exercises, and I'm taking this pocket-size bullet journal out into the world, taking notes, and then coming back and reflecting on what I've learned or what I've experienced in this A5 bullet journal. Really like this bullet journal, and I really like this pocket-sized bullet journal too. It's really neat. It's half of an A5, so it's really cool. So a few weeks ago, the hurricane came through and kind of tore western North Carolina all to pieces. So it's been kind of topsy-turvy. I've missed an exercise or two, but I've done fairly well. So let's kind of flip through it and I'll show you where I'm at. Okay, let's get into it. So here's the book I'm using. It's a handbook for new Stoics by Massimo, Pigliucci, and Gregory Lopez. It's really well laid out. It's very simple and different exercises that you can do week by week. And it's based a lot on the writings of Epictetus. So I'll show you where I'm at. So the first week's exercise was to notice some event that happens in my life and then to think about the things that I have complete control over and the things that I have incomplete control over. So an example would be getting cut off in traffic and missing a green light. So what things that I have control over, what time I leave in the morning, how I choose to feel or think about the situation, and my behavior towards others. Now, things that I have incomplete control over, other drivers' behaviors, the number of cars on the road, the timing of a traffic light. Tuesday, missed a meeting due to the forgetfulness of another person. And the things that I can control are how I choose to respond, how I choose to believe, if I choose to reschedule the meeting, or if I choose to send a reminder before the meeting so that they don't forget. Incomplete control, how others keep appointments, others' priorities that they may set, the memory of others, or other people have different events that happen in their life that may have caused that. So this was a really fun exercise. I enjoyed this, and it is really helpful to kind of stop yourself before you get hooked emotionally by something and just say, well, what can I control and what can't I control? And is it really worth getting upset over? So at the end of the week, I reflected on this exercise, and here's some of the things that stood out to me. I have no control over other people. I may be able to influence or compromise or work with them, but I really, at the end of the day, I have no control over them. I only have control over myself, and it's really my responsibility for my emotions and how I react to things. This is a very helpful exercise, and this would just be a good topic for a weekly journal. If you just wanted to journal on this one topic, I think it would be very helpful. So the week 2 exercise is just a deeper reflection of the week 1 exercise, and you're really looking for what was it about that event that you were adverse to? What was the trigger? So my aversion to being cut off in traffic was really that I was going to be late to work. Being cut off in traffic is not that big a deal if there's not a consequence to it, and the consequence would be that I would be late to work. And what preceded it? Well, what preceded it was my thoughts about being late and my belief about promptness being a virtue. And maybe my belief is that being late is a marker of poor discipline or a character flaw. And I finally came to the conclusion that yes, promptness is a virtue, but so is patience. And patience may be a higher virtue. So I thought this is a very good way to just really take something that's kind of a superficial exercise and then taking it a little bit deeper and then a little bit more deeper. So in week 3, we go out into the world and capture a struggle or a worry to reflect on in the evening. And then we take the outside view. We give ourselves the advice that we would give a friend. A lot of time we have negative self-talk and we say things to ourselves that we would never say to a friend. So in my first one, I had stress and worry about having a difficult conversation with a person regarding their job performance. And then I came back and I reflected on that. So the advice that I gave myself is, I know you try to avoid conflict, but you've got a lot of experience having difficult conversations. Think about what has worked in the past and what didn't work. Remember that you were trying to help the person and you were doing your job. You can do this. You have a knack for reframing. Remember to give positive with the negative. You can't control how it is received, but you can control how it is delivered. You got this. So I found this to be my favorite exercise so far. This would make a great topic just for a journal. Just take something that happened during the day and come back and talk to yourself like you were talking to a friend. So those are just some examples of the exercises. I found this to be really helpful. And now that the hurricane is past and we're starting to get things kind of back to normal, not quite, but getting there, I will get more into this. And I won't do many of these updates. It's probably kind of boring to people, but it is helping me to stay motivated and on track. So maybe once a month or so, I'll do a little video like this. And I really appreciate everybody who has joined and subscribed, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.